Okay, now let's derive the additional formulae for cosine. Okay, now for cosine, again, let's start with a minus b, because in this particular context, okay, a minus b is much more easier. So to find the expression for cosine a minus b, okay, we look at, again, 2 points P and Q, which is similar to your sine. Okay, radius 1 unit. Okay, I shall not take time to derive it. Okay, you know that the angle that we're looking at is actually this angle over here, which is my a minus b once again. Okay, and you know that the coordinate P and Q, as our previous derivation for sine, okay, your P is actually, okay, cosine B, sine B, and your Q is actually cosine A, sine A. Okay, but different from the derivation of sine A plus B or A minus B, okay, I'm not going to use the area at this point of time. Okay, what we want to use is we want to use distance formula. Okay, distance formula, and also, okay, instead of using half AB sine C under trigo, we're going to use cosine rule. Okay, so let's look at the distance formula first. Distance between 2 points P and Q can be classified as the square root of, right? But instead of looking at square root, I take the square. Okay, so what is it? It's x1 minus x2 square, which is, in this case, cosine B minus cosine A square plus sine B minus sine A square. Okay, so with that, okay, I can do a simple expansion. I will see the following result. 2AB plus cosine square A, right? Then after that, okay, I'm going to get plus sine square B minus 2 sine A sine B, and then plus sine square A. Okay, it looks very complicated, but if you look at this very carefully, okay, you can do certain grouping already. Okay, what are the groupings that you can do? Okay, firstly, if you look at, okay, your cosine square B add to sine square B is actually 1. Okay, now next, you look at sine square A add to cosine square A is actually another 1. So 1 plus 1 minus 2 cosine A cosine B minus 2 sine A sine B. Okay, so with that in mind, okay, you will get 2 minus factor out the 2, okay, cosine A cosine B, this is plus. Why? You factor out negative 2 ma, plus sine A sine B. Okay, so there's rest over here. Okay, we have the final so-called expression for PQ square under distance formula. Now let's move on to using cosine rule. Cosine rule says that, okay, my PQ square is also what? OQ square plus OP square minus 2 OQ OP, and then cosine what? Cosine A minus B. Okay, again, what is OPOQ? 1. So it's just 1 plus 1 minus 2 times 1 times 1 cosine A minus B. Okay, so if you simplify this again, you get 2 minus 2 cosine. You know where am I driving at already. Okay, you know where am I driving at already. So basically, okay, these two are the same. So what you're going to have is, therefore, okay, you see 2 minus 2 cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. This is equivalent or equals to 2 minus 2 cosine A minus B. Okay, the 2 gone, right? Okay, move around the terms. Okay, you move over. You get 2 cosine A minus B is going to be 2 cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. Okay, now eliminate the 2, you get your addition formula for cosine. Cosine A minus B is equals to cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Okay, now how about cosine A plus B? Same thing, you replace B with negative B, and this is what you will see. you will see cosine A minus B, negative B, is equals to cos A, cosine negative B, plus sine A, sine negative B. Okay, so how are they related? Once again, negative angles, cosine negative B is actually equals to cosine B, and sine negative B is equals to negative sine B. So therefore, at the end of the day, okay, your cosine A plus B, okay, some people might don't know, this is bracket, not one, okay, is equals to cos A, cos B minus sine A, sine B. Okay, so there you go. Okay, you have the cosine compound angle, cosine A plus B, A minus B. Okay, so hence, okay, we can pen down cosine A, again, plus minus B is equals to cosine A, cosine B, minus plus. Okay, the only thing is, okay, the signs are rotated. Okay, sine A, sine B. Okay, and we move on to the final derivation for your tangent A plus B.